Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for joining us here on What's Brewing with Jim and Gigi. On this, it's still kind of rainy this morning, but we'll have a nice weekend on tap.
Yeah, I wish you a good morning as well. We're glad you're joining us here on this Friday morning. I like to say last punch of the clock as we get ready to roll into the weekend. And yeah, we've got more rain to deal with this morning. It's not a washout. Nuisance raindrops. I'm going to get you updated on that. And a gorgeous, a really good-looking weekend coming our way. Kind of dig into the details on that. But as you get up this morning and get that coffee going, think wet roads, most of us, from the rain last night. Some of that continuing this morning. Again, I'll show you the radar here just a little bit, get you guys set for the weekend.
Okay, awesome. Well, before we talk about all of that, we do have a story out of Hertford County this morning. Yesterday, Governor Stein was over there to announce a new development in Hertford County. They are bringing a new steel manufacturing facility to the county, and that'll bring a lot of new jobs to Hertford County. I believe it was around 600 or so, which is a really great growth for the county there. I think the number that they said was that would bring 8% more jobs. So really great to see that they're going to have this.
That's a big percentage when you look at the big picture.
Very significant.
And Hertford's not a highly populated. You've got Hosky up there, but the other communities all pretty small. So yeah, this is big news for that county.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the development and what they're expecting in the near future.
It is no surprise that North Carolina was ranked the top state for business in the country in 2025.
That's what Governor Josh Stein said after he announced U.S. Forged Rings will invest $875 million in Hertford County. They're building a large-scale steel manufacturing facility. It'll take 3 phases to complete. The investment will bring up to 625 jobs with average salaries of $80,000 over the first 2 phases, with more after that.
Phase 3 will produce over 1,000 additional jobs in the next 3 to 5 years. This is an exciting day for the citizens of Hertford County and this community.
Officials say it will be located near the Nucor steel facility along the Chowan River near the field you see now. The state is also giving Hertford County $51 million to complete the project.
We're a home to a world-class workforce. We have the largest manufacturing workforce in the entire Southeast, with about 500,000 people doing that work.
Phase 1 is expected to begin in fall 2028. The county is looking towards 2030 to start Phase 3. North Carolina Commerce Secretary Lee Lilly is originally from Williamston and spoke fondly of Hertford County during the event. He's excited for what's to come.
Some of the hardest working people in all the world live right here in eastern North Carolina. But most importantly, we do it with partnership.
Yeah, so really great to see that they continue to push workforce development in Eastern Carolina. I know over the past year or so, we've had plenty of announcements where different facilities are being built and grown through the area, just bringing more and more jobs to the people who live here.
Yeah, and this is 80,000 a year is pretty good out of the box.
Very nice, yeah.
So these are good-paying, career-oriented jobs. It sounds like up there. And yeah, I love it. Every time we have one of these stories in our newscast of a new business opening up, generally that's good news for all parties involved.
Yeah.
And certainly it sounds like this would be a win-win for the folks up in Hertford County and the business as well.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's talk weather now.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to start off, I believe I've got my drought monitor there. Yep. So this is pre-update. The drought monitor is updated once a week, updated on Thursdays at about 8:30 a.m. So yesterday morning, the Weather Service sent out their updated map. This is what it looked like before the update. So take a look at that. You're not going to see any changes from Highway 264 north. So the severe to extreme conditions, no change. To the south, let me get you the updated graphic, and we'll get that clock rolling. And then watch the yellow disappears. Abnormally dry is upgraded to moderate drought status, Carteret County, down along the Crystal Coast. And then Onslow, Jones, and the portions of Craven County, no longer in moderate drought status. You've been upgraded to severe. So this graphic showed increasing drought status or a deepening drought conditions with the update. No improvement anywhere. Hopefully what's going to end up being about an inch of rain on average will at least keep this map from getting worse with the next update next Thursday. All right, outside right now, that's a cool shot, at least from a meteorological perspective. That's a dry slot at camera level. Below the camera, moisture, low clouds. Above the camera, moisture, mid-upper level clouds. But right at that camera level, 1,850 feet, relatively dry air. 54 down at the surface with maybe a little bit of mist or light raindrops. There has been a little light rain down on the coast this morning. Morehead City, that's underneath that cloud deck. 50 degrees down on the beach, wind at 12 out of the northeast. So yeah, it'll be another cloudy day, light morning rain, generally what I'm seeing. Highway 264 south, the better chances for getting wet further north. Likely missing the bulk of it up there, it looks like. Mid-50s this afternoon, the thermometer just not moving much at all. We'll take the light morning raindrops, transition it more to some spotty showers as we get into the afternoon. The trend will be less and less rain from maybe midday through dinner time. And you'll see that on the model data here in just a sec. Satellite radar, that was yesterday. That rain picking up yesterday late afternoon, evening. That's where we saw the half an inch plus with the lighter rains coming back in behind that to sprinkles this morning. Watch the end of that loop. See those raindrops over Onslow County, south of New Bern? They're easing northward. Maybe a tenth, 2/10 of an inch of additional rain as that rain builds back in. That's the radar right now. And again, a lot of those are just sprinkles or light drizzle on the radar. So the rain chance 70% through midday, and then that'll start coming down quickly this afternoon. By the time we get to sunset, everybody save the beaches, probably going to be dry. 40s north, 50s south. Let's call it 48 on average, and kind of holding there for the next few hours. That northeast wind 5 to 10. We'll put 5 degrees back onto those numbers this afternoon. 53, 54, I think will do us. It's not going to be 62 in Goldsboro. That should be a 52 on that graphic. All right, watch those winds. Again, northeast under the clouds. The numbers generally capped in the 50s again later today. Watch Saturday, still a north wind. However, it'll be half of today's wind, and more importantly, it'll be with sunshine in the skies. And that means we'll get a nice bump in the air temp. Check it out, the 53 today, and 10 to it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, mid-40s. If you're going to be up early Saturday, headed out some clouds early with mid-40s. The clouds get out, and the temperatures, that's fast jump on the thermometer from 8 a.m. to 10. We go 46 to 54. By noon, we're at 62. Throw another couple of logs on the fire, 64 tomorrow afternoon. If I had Sunday on there, I'd have 70s popping up. We'll see a really nice close to the weekend. The whole weekend looks good. All right, the big map, stretch it out, wider, wider, wider. There's your wide perspective. The low south of Atlanta, that's the focusing mechanism, draws the moisture in like a vacuum, and it kind of lines up along the frontal boundary. That low is not coming into our backyard. It's staying south of us, and that means the core of the rain stays with the low around that vacuum, if you will, south of us. The northern fringe of the rain getting in this morning midday and then pulling away this afternoon, and that's good news for the weekend. As we roll into Saturday, looking good. Even my little cloudy icon there, too many clouds. Generally sunny, I think, by mid-late morning tomorrow. I kept it cool on there. I could have put mild with low to mid-60s. Watch that warm over Louisiana. It's not hanging out back there. Headed quickly to the East Coast. That's our buddy on Sunday, 70s, low to mid variety. That front over Virginia late Sunday brings a cool down Monday. See that front ease into the area? North wind kicks back in. I think upper 40s on Monday. But that thing is going to hang around for 2 days, that cooler air. The snow up to the north and the rain, that's staying up there. Nothing for us. Looks like a pretty good snow maybe up there in New York and New England by Monday night into Tuesday. But again, missing us on that one, folks. A few raindrops maybe early next week. Air temp goes from 73 degrees Sunday to a 49 on Monday. We'll be back towards mid-upper 50s Tuesday, and then jump out of that chill altogether. I've got 4 days out of the next 8 with highs in the 70s. You're going to see more and more of those over the coming weeks. I might end up sticking an 80 in there late next week into the weekend if what I'm seeing in the model data continues to hold. we may see some of our first 80s of the year. Overnight lows coming up as well. No freezing temps there. A lot of tender shoots, daffodils popping up. I've got some of my trees budding some pink flowers in the yard. The freezing temps looks like they'll stay away for a while. We likely, or generally I should say, don't get our last frost or freeze until we get into April. So certainly, and most of us know this, you don't do any planting yet. You got to wait about another month before we start putting seeds in the ground, but it won't be long before we give the all clear for that as those numbers continue to climb.
All right, so yeah, I'm sure you're making a lot of people happy here, seeing all those 70s incoming, especially this weekend too. Really nice to see that we finally do get a weekend. It's a relief to see that, you know, we can actually go outside and enjoy it without any kind of worries about rain or any kind of impactful weather.
Yeah, no matter what you're thinking for the weekend, it's all systems go outside. That front might hang out close to the coast Saturday morning, but everything's showing the rain 50 miles offshore and staying. This is where my brain says, man, I hope that rain stays out there. But everything I'm digging into, I feel confident on this. We should have a good Saturday morning. The rest of the weekend is a definite good stuff. Clouds get out, sunshine takes over. So yeah, it's been a run of iffy, sketchy weather on the weekends. That won't be the case this weekend. Of course, baseball and softball, I'll have those forecasts when we come back at 8 a.m. We'll dig into that. But if you're going to any of those games, you're going to be happy with the way the weather's shaking out.
Yeah, awesome to see there. But for the games today, I know you did mention maybe a rain chance for the softball game this afternoon. Other than that, how are we looking?
Yeah, the girls play 2 games today. I think the first one was at 3 p.m. or 3:30. That one could have a shower.
Okay.
It's maybe a 20-30%, so I think you're going to be okay. As we get deeper into the afternoon, the rain chance coming down quickly. So the 3-4 o'clock time frame, a shower or two still dancing around, but getting out in a hurry. So even if there is a stray shower over the softball field there at 3 o'clock, it's not going to stick around for a few hours. It'll get in and out in a hurry. You should be in good shape. Again, the weekend games are fine. The only ones in jeopardy, some of those early afternoon games today.
Okay, got it. Well, thanks for the update, Jim.
Sure.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. We've got quite a few people in our comments over on Facebook. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Friday morning. Esmeralda down in Chinquapin, thanks. Nice to see you again as well. And Pam and Alan and George and Faye, good morning, everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful Friday. We're almost out of the rain here, and we'll be setting up for a really nice weekend. So I hope you all enjoy. We're also checking YouTube here. Don't want to forget any of our folks over on YouTube.
I'm glad you're hitting that. Yeah.
I know. Now I'm reminded every time we do this. So.
But it is good to see you guys on Facebook, our regulars. And remember, you can throw questions at us. We're kind of scanning you guys. If you throw an event at me, I'll mention the weather for the event, or you have a general weather question or news question.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. That's why we have this format, so we can interact a little better with you guys. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll be back again at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update. Hope you can join us then. But other than that, have a great Friday and have a great weekend.